Welcome back to XTRM Finance. Today, we're talking about something that could save your retirement from the sneaky thief we call inflation. Yes, folks, inflation is that invisible pickpocket that slowly empties your wallet without you even noticing. But don't worry. We've got a superhero to fight inflation and protect your purchasing power, Treasury Inflation-Protected Securities, or TIPS for short. And we're not just talking about buying TIPS, we're building a TIPS ladder. What's that, you ask? Stick around and I'll explain everything step by step. Before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, your future self will thank you for it. Ready? Let's climb this ladder to financial security. All right, let's start with the basics. What exactly are TIPS? TIPS are US government bonds specifically designed to protect you from inflation. Here's how they work. The principal value of TIPS increases with inflation, as measured by the Consumer Price Index, CPI. The interest payments are calculated based on this adjusted principle, so you get higher payments when inflation rises. In simple terms, TIPS are like a shield for your money. They grow stronger as inflation tries to chip away at your wealth. Sounds pretty great, right? But wait, there's more. Now you're probably wondering, okay, TIPS sound awesome, but why do I need a ladder? Well, a TIPS ladder isn't an actual ladder. It's a strategy where you buy TIPS that mature at different times. Here's why this strategy is so effective. First, steady income. A TIPS ladder ensures you have bonds maturing every year, providing regular cash flow. Second, inflation protection. By staggering maturity dates, you can stay ahead of inflation across your retirement. Third, flexibility. As each TIPS bond matures, you can reinvest or use the cash depending on your needs. Think of it as creating a timeline of financial safety nets. It's like having your cake and eating it too, only this cake fights inflation. All right, here's the main event, how to build your TIPS ladder. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1, determine your time horizon. How long do you need the ladder to last? For most retirees, a 10 to 20-year ladder works well. Step 2, decide how much to invest. Figure out how much of your portfolio you want to allocate to TIPS. A common range is 20 to 40%, but it depends on your risk tolerance and other investments. Step 3, spread out your purchases. Buy TIPS with staggered maturities. For example, buy TIPS that mature in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and so on. You can use Treasury Direct or a brokerage account to make these purchases. Step 4, reinvest or withdraw as needed. When a TIPS bond matures, decide whether to cash it out or reinvest in a new bond. So what's the big deal about a TIPS ladder? Why not just buy a random pile of bonds and call it a day? Here's why a TIPS ladder shines. Predictable cash flow. You know exactly when you'll receive your money, making it easier to budget. Inflation protection. Your purchasing power stays intact, no matter how high prices rise. Peace of mind. With a TIPS ladder, you don't have to worry about timing the market or managing complex investments. But wait, don't climb this ladder without a safety harness. Here are some pitfalls to watch out for. 1. Ignoring fees. Some brokerage accounts charge fees for TIPS transactions. Look for low-cost options. 2. Overloading on TIPS. TIPS are great, but they're not the only thing your portfolio needs. Balance is key. 3. Neglecting reinvestment. If you let maturing bonds sit in cash, you're losing out on future growth. For those of you already familiar with TIPS, here are a few pro tips to level up. 1. Use a tax-advantaged account. Tips. Interest is subject to federal tax, but not state tax. Consider holding them in an IRA to minimize taxes. 2. Explore TIPS funds. If managing a ladder sounds like too much work, TIPS ETFs or mutual funds can simplify the process. 3. Incorporate other assets. Pair your TIPS ladder with stocks or REITs for a diversified portfolio. So, why should you build a TIPS ladder in retirement? Because it gives you 1. Predictable income. 2. Inflation protection. 3. Financial flexibility. It's the ultimate strategy for those who want to sleep soundly, knowing their retirement is safe from inflation's sneaky attacks. All right, now it's your turn. Are you planning to include a tips ladder in your retirement strategy? Let us know in the comments below. And hey, don't keep this information to yourself. Share this video with a friend or family member who's prepping for retirement. If you found this helpful, smash that like button and subscribe to XTRM Finance for more tips, tricks and ladders to financial success. Until next time, this is XTRM Finance helping you stack smarter and retire richer. See you at the top of the ladder.